Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of I Live for This podcast with me, Trinity the Tuck.
And Chantel Sparkles.
Yes. I'm so excited. We were going to try to have a guest this week, but we were going to film this tomorrow. But unfortunately, there are hurricanes coming to obliterate Florida, and so we had to move it up. So we didn't have a guest, but that's okay, girl. We have plenty of personalities to talk
Hmm.
to each other with. But I would like to start this podcast off with Battle of the
The
Best.
besties.
And last week I won because I got one question right and you got none right. So I won. So let's see who is going to win this week.
Okay.
You want to go first with your questions?
Yeah, I'll start off. So, my question is, what is my favorite type of food to eat?
Yes.
Yes. What is my favorite type of food, bitch?
Yes, meaning you like to eat all food. Um, favorite
You
type
fucking
of
bitch.
food. Oh, are we talking about breakfast or because I remember you telling me, bitch, you were on this pancake kick, honey.
I was, remember, but I don't do that no more. Remember, I'm trying to lose weight. But
Oh,
what is
wow.
my favorite type of food? Is it breakfast? Is it Italian? Is it Mexican? Is it
Oh,
seafood? Is it
mm.
Thai food? What kind of food?
Oh shit. I'm gonna be safe here and say pizza.
Ew, no.
You don't like pizza?
I like pizza when I wasn't on my diet, but that's not what I like to
Wait,
eat.
is your food has your favorite food changed since you've been on your diet? Because that's not fair.
No, it hasn't.
Well, I already guess I lost. So what is it?
Seafood.
Is it? I don't think we've
Yeah.
ever eaten seafood together.
Well, that's because you're picky, bitch.
No, I love seafood.
I love seafood. My favorite type of food with seafood is lobster.
Girl, all I've been cooking lately is seafood. I
What have you been
made
cooking?
I made this fierce scallop risotto.
Oh, bitch. Invite
It
me
was,
over.
girl, it was so good. It was scallops. It had
You got to get
asparagus.
the right scallops though, because you know scallops shrink when you cook them.
Oh yeah, but these didn't shrink. I grilled them. I grilled them
Mm.
on the grill. So like they didn't shrink to the small ones. It was fierce. I got them at Aldi. Aldi
Mm.
has some really
Is
good.
Aldi good though? I feel like the last time I shopped at it, it was kind of shitty.
At least the one here is fierce. But
Mm.
I kind of live in a bougie area. I when I moved here, it wasn't bougie.
Mm.
But like this was like south of the airport, so it was like all country except for like my community. But
Yeah.
since I've lived here, so this is going on 6 years, they've really developed everywhere, and it's turned into a rich part of the city, and my house is like doubled in value. But like the next main, so I live on a main road, but the next main road over is called Narcoossee, and
Not Narcucci.
it is like money, 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 money.
Come on,
And
Miss Narcucci.
and the Aldi there is like high-end Aldi, girl. They got the goods,
Oh,
sweetie.
it's like when you go to the Goodwill and you just know it's the Goodwill's in the good area
Yeah,
because
and
you
that's a
find the
good and
good
there's a
tea.
Goodwill literally next to that Aldi, and it is a fierce Goodwill.
I love going to the Goodwills to have the good shit.
Hmm. She got the
But
good
bitch,
narcoochie,
when
honey.
when it comes to lobster, I feel like if I could, I would be like one of them girls that record on the like record themselves eating the food when it's the
Ooh.
big old fat
Maybe
ass
we should
lobster.
do that. Maybe we should, both of us. Do you know how to cook lobster?
Yeah.
Maybe you and I should do an AMSR mukbang episode of this podcast where you cook a lobster dish
And we'll
and
just
I'll
talk
cook
like
a lobster
this.
dish and then we just eat it
We'll go
on
here.
here.
We're gonna go here and we're gonna dip this lobster in this sauce. And I'm gonna
In the
slurp that
butter sauce
shit.
because I don't eat cream sauces like that. So it has to be
This is why I told you that I didn't think you
garlic.
would like seafood because you're like, I
Oh, I
don't like
love
sauces. Bitch,
girl
how you
that
gonna eat seafood
you
and not dip it in a sauce?
in a butter sauce.
A butter sauce, but even still, like garlic sauces,
That is a garlic butter sauce.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. An Alfredo sauce I'll do. A marinara
Okay.
sauce I'll do. But you ain't getting me in no
She likes the
horseradish.
ultimate.
You ain't gonna
Um,
have me in no Chipotle ranch. That's some country shit if you be putting your lobster in some ranch, honey.
no, I don't like that.
Uh-uh.
Butter though, all the way for me. Period.
Yeah. Well, anyway, if you would like to do an AMSR episode or listen to an
ASMR,
AMSR,
not AMS.
whatever, um, episode mukbang with me and Chantel, I would like for you to leave a comment in our YouTube video version of this because you might be listening to it on the podcast, but go to the YouTube and leave a comment saying yes, mukbang, and maybe we'll do that.
Come on, yes, mukbang.
Yes, mukbang. That might be something we could do exclusively for TikTok or
You know
something.
what though? Like, I've always wanted to do like a whole video on my YouTube where I'm just trying different foods. It's so
Well,
interesting.
you should do that. It'll go
Yeah.
great for your diet.
Right, that part. That's why I haven't done it.
Girl, hello. Okay, so my first question is, what was my first job?
Your first job was you working at Subway.
No, close.
I thought you worked at Subway with Madison.
That was my second job.
Your
Actually,
first.
actually, that was my third job. But
Mm.
girl, I lasted like a couple of weeks in each one of those, so it was much all at the same time. But
This was before you were a makeup artist.
uh-huh.
You
I
worked,
was 16.
so you worked, I don't see you bagging groceries.
No, I'm gonna give you this one because you remember the fact that it was Subway with Madison, and that
That's how
is
you
like
met Madison.
yes, that's a memory bitch if you remember that because
Oh, when I
I
tell you, I remember this because Madison tells me all the time that her mom came in and was trying to hook y'all up, and y'all were
uh-huh.
like, "Bitch, I ain't hooking up with this motherfucking sissy."
This is a woman, hey, this is a woman.
Right. This woman and then
This
this
is my
sissy,
sister, honey. I need to braid her
my
hair.
sister.
So my actual first job, I lasted um 3 weeks, and it was Jack's. Not Jack in the Box, but Jack's. I don't know if you've
Who
ever
would even guess that?
I've talked about it before. I've even talked about my favorite fast food restaurant, just so you know, I might ask you this in the future. My favorite fast food restaurant is Jack's.
Okay.
And it's a restaurant that started in Alabama. They have some in Tennessee now and maybe in Georgia, but it's mainly in Alabama. And girl, it is fierce. It kind of reminds me of a churches
Ooh.
or like a like a good KFC,
So
but
it's
it's like
chicken.
like well they have other stuff too, but it is chicken. They have burgers. Everything is hand like made there, and like they're
Mm.
really well known for their biscuits. Their biscuits are butter biscuits, and they're freaking fierce. They have
Are they better
fierce
butter
breakfast.
biscuits than Red
Oh my,
Lobster?
not garlic butter biscuits, but just butter like country butter biscuits.
Oh, okay.
They're
Mm.
really well known for their breakfast food and their milkshakes, and they have good burgers too. But
Ooh.
it's so good, girl.
So all the food's good.
All of it's good. And it's really country, so like it's just all good. Their sides. Anyway, that was my first job. My second job after that, 3 weeks, was at a pizza place in like literally in so there's a gas station that they had just built, and in this gas station off to the right was a movie. What was it was like Blockbuster, but it was called movie something.
Oh, I don't know. You're going way back. You're showing your age, bitch. I don't know because
Movie something. It was
I
where you
liked
could
Blockbuster.
Yeah, I liked Blockbuster, but this was like Movie Stop or something like that. It was another movie rental place that was like
Mm.
Blockbuster. And then to the left of it, all in the same building, this is all in the same building, was the little food court, which was literally just Subway and then the
Uh-huh.
pizza place. And
Hmm.
I worked at the pizza place right after that, and I worked there for maybe, I don't know, another couple of weeks. And that's when I met Madison's mother, and she stole me from the pizza place to work for her at Subway.
Mm.
And then I
So
lasted there.
Madison's mom worked at Subway with Madison?
Yes, that's how she got her the job.
Oh, works. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Yep.
Well, fierce.
Yes.
My question is, what are my two favorite artists to perform and drag?
Oh, Dua Lipa.
Nope.
Wow. Okay. Um,
You close though. She's one of them.
two favorite.
They're complete opposites of genre.
Carrie Underwood.
First one, ding, 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 ding.
And then your second one. Oh,
Do you want me to give you a hint?
yes.
She's a gay icon.
A gay icon. Wow. Gay icon. Is she like a big star?
She's new. She's a new big star.
Oh, Chapel Roan?
No, bitch.
She's a new big gay
Kim
icon.
Petras.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Me.
close though. I mean, you got one right. So
Okay, well, yeah,
yeah.
I'm half a winner. You got to give me that one because I gave you the other one and you didn't really get that one.
You're gonna be. I make you a winner because you did guess Carrie Underwood. So
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest, I cheated. I only got that one because I heard Ethan
oh,
say
you fucking
Underwood. So,
bitch.
so Ethan, if you can hear me, you ruined this.
You're a cheater.
Yeah. Well, huh, I win.
Well, we both won technically.
No, technically, neither one of us won, but we're
We're
allowing each
close. We're
other. We're
giving each other
we're
points.
giving each other a win. Okay, so my next question is, what kind of podcast do I listen to fall asleep at night?
Um,
Podcast.
Murder stories.
Yes.
How did I know this?
I don't know. It
Girl,
puts me
that
right to sleep.
was.
It puts me right to sleep. I don't know why.
So do you ever have like awkward dreams like of
No,
people getting slayed and
no, bro.
killed and chopped
I'm
up?
I think I'm a psychopath. No, I don't. I think what it is, it has to be like real stories that have happened because I think about like I was just listening to a podcast about uh the brothers,
Mm.
the what are they called?
Oh, the Menendez brothers.
The Mendez brothers, yeah. I was just listening to a podcast about them, and it was like their story and stuff. I've watched the TV show about them, but this was a podcast about it, and girl, it puts me right to sleep
Girl,
because
you
I
remind
get
me of this meme that I just found. It was very like we watched the Menendez brothers story on Netflix, and then you go and do your research and try to find out who actually killed them.
well, I have really, but I don't suffer from depression, but I suffer from anxiety, and it gets
Mm,
really bad at night because whenever I'm trying to fall asleep, I'm just thinking about everything
yeah.
and I get overwhelmed. And so me listening to podcasts or something distracts my brain to where I can just fall asleep. So it's not like I'm really listening to it, the words, it's just like it's background noise to distract me, to be
Think
honest.
about something else. Yeah.
Well, good. You actually got one right.
I know. I'm actually
Okay.
a friend.
I know. So it's my turn to try to get one.
Mm. Okay, well, my question is something that I don't even know because I can't think of one.
Well, you better think. You got one more.
Okay, let's see. Okay, what was my first job?
Oh, was it doing hair? You went to hair?
No,
I don't know. What is it?
girl, McDonald's.
Ew.
Girl, I worked at McDonald's when I was in school, and they had me flipping burgers, bitch. I worked there for like a day, and I walked out.
Really? Just one day?
It was like a day or two.
So what made you quit?
I just didn't like it. I didn't like how they treated me. It wasn't like, girl, McDonald's just don't give a shit about their employees.
So the reason why I quit Jack's was because it was just too greasy. It was like
I that was
really,
mm-hmm.
it was really greasy. It was really hot. Also, this was back in like 1999, something like that.
Yeah.
And Jax at the time didn't have an updated computer system. So like they had the
Mm.
old school registers where you had to count money back to the people. And girl, I have horrible um dyslexia, and
Yeah.
the pressure of having to count back change to people just made me have so much
Girl, I
anxiety.
have dyslexia too. I would have
And
failed.
so yeah, so I yeah, it was not good. And so I just didn't
It was
I
just also for me, like that, like you said, the food was greasy. Every time that I had a break, I could only eat McDonald's, obviously, because it was there. It was just a lot. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was not good.
She's not that girl.
Your last, no,
That's
wait.
it. We're done.
Wait, hold on, wait. No, I still have one more question. Wow. Oh, okay. My last question to you is, what was my first drag song?
Your first drag song, I would say, is it an Anastasia song?
Girl, yes.
Girl, I knew it because I know she's your favorite artist.
Yes.
Um, I would say Anastasia. Oh God. Um, I don't know the name. I don't know her music.
That's okay. I'm gonna give that to you anyway, just because that you just got that. So you got two. Well, you technically got two, but I gave you the other one. So you
Two and a
got
half.
all three. You got all three right. You are the winner of this week's challenge,
Yes,
bitch.
God.
That was fierce. Good for you. That good for you. All
How
right.
many
Well,
did you get?
I got the half of one that you let me
You
have.
fucking loser.
I think you need to have better questions.
Well,
Mine
it's all
were
right.
all good. Mine were all good questions. So let's get into these some of these topics. Um I'm trying to figure out what. Oh, so first topic is, did you see where they just released that Michelle Visage is going to be the main host of Drag Race Down Under? It like
Yeah, and I saw a
RuPaul is
picture of
checked
her.
out. She is no longer there. It is just
Do you think
Michelle.
it's permanent though?
It says on the advertisement, her house.
But because like from what I heard, like I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that she was just taking over for this season. So I'm not sure about that.
This is all speculation. I don't have inside tea of this, but this is just what I am gathering. I feel like RuPaul is cutting back because there's so many seasons of All Stars and drag races and all this stuff. I mean, she's doing globals. She's doing versus the world. She's doing um, Drag Race US, Drag Race All Stars UK. She
I
was
mean,
doing
she's
Down
making that
Under.
money,
I
bitch.
mean, girl, that's a lot. She's literally probably working literally year round.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
so she's probably like, girl, I need a break.
Yeah.
I just bought a mansion. I need to enjoy my, closet that's the size of most people's
My
home.
house, bitch.
Yeah. And so I could see that, but it makes me wonder that, when the time comes that RuPaul is just ready to retire, is Michelle going to be taking over of the whole thing? Which
Which I wouldn't be mad about that.
I
I
love
like Michelle's
Michelle. I
attitude.
really like Michelle. My thing is though, I just feel like, and this is just me, Michelle is not a drag queen.
Yeah, but
Is
she's been
she
around it long
is
enough.
she you're right. Is she a valid judge? Absolutely. Does she know what she's talking about? Absolutely. But to me, it's a drag competition. A drag queen should be hosting.
Yeah.
And that's like, a dance competition. You wouldn't have
But
somebody that.
she could be put in drag and she could do it.
No, you're right. Yeah, I mean, like she's very valid in she's been around it long enough. She knows drag. I just feel like a drag queen or king, drag person should be hosting a drag competition. It's just that's just where it's just what it is. As much as she's been around it, unless you live that lifestyle, you started from the beginning, the humble beginnings, and you worked your way up, you don't know. You really don't know. It's just like her with being a singer. I've never been in her shoes. I don't know. I do music now. It's not the same thing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's not the same thing. And so I feel like somebody that has put their entire life through what it is that you're judging should be the person hosting. To
Yeah.
me, that's just to me. That's just my personal humble opinion. But at the end of the day, Michelle is very valid. She's been around it long enough. She does know what she's talking about. I love her. So I'm interested to see how she does for
I
sure.
think the way that her promo looked too, she looked really cunty.
Yeah, I think she looks really good.
You could tell that she's really trying to step it up too and like give them
Oh, she's giving
drag.
looks, girl.
Yeah.
She's giving pop star.
She's giving pop star. I
Yeah.
love the pigtails. It's giving pop star. We're gonna give this a great pussy.
Yep. Okay, lean so we can have some room here over to the other side. Over to the other side. I'm gonna try to put a picture right here of Michelle really quick for the advertisement. I don't think they have an exact date or who the other judges will be, but yeah, this is the advertisement. I need to remember that.
Everyone, look, this is where it's gonna be.
And if I forget and you're just seeing us just move over,
They're gonna be like, you stupid
you
bitches.
stupid bitch. Yeah,
This
so
the next you want to move on to the next thing?
yeah, go ahead.
Um the next thing that I was really curious about was Trump showed a drag queen in a hateful ad and she used it to raise $15,000 for trans people. Girl, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that Trump just did that without even asking,
Girl,
gaggy.
well, they'll be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I just saw something like all this hurricane stuff that's happening. There's all this misinformation mainly because Trump put it out there and his followers are automatically going to believe him that the money that FEMA's broke and that they're allotting their money and different things. That's not how the government works. That's not how FEMA works. That's not how they plan things. Um, and if we
I think
want
that
it
this just
real,
goes to show, though, that like the fact that it pisses me off because my sister, I had a falling out with her like actually I think a year ago because we were talking about the fact that well first it stems to my mom and us arguing over drag being allowed in public spaces. This was right around the time when Tennessee and everybody was working on their bans and stuff and making
yeah,
it to where we couldn't even go out in public.
right.
Well, my sister and I had got into an argument because of my mom and I being in an argument and how my sister believed that drag queens shouldn't be allowed in story time or public spaces and things like that. And we got into the argument, and my sister was like, well, they even have drag queens on Fox News and things like that. You saying the same thing that they agree that pet drag shouldn't be allowed in public spaces and yada, yada, yada. And I was just like, the fact that you are listening to this nonsense bullshit is just crazy to me. And this is a prime example of what Trump's doing, where he's taking something that is not the full story, fake news, and putting it
Yeah.
in his ad to make people like my sister or my mom see that drag queens are, predators or whatever you want to call us, And it pisses me off because you would think that my own family would ask their son who has paid their bills, bought a house, traveled the world, firsthand experience to being a professional drag queen,
But this is the thing
advice on this.
with Trump supporters, MAGA people. They're not real Republicans anymore. It's
Yeah,
its own thing. It's a cult.
it's literally a cult.
They literally don't care what Trump does, what he has done, what he says. They're gonna say that it's just like Trump with these Trump Bibles. People are like, "Oh my God." He's so girl, he's literally defrauding them in front of their faces.
Yep.
Like nobody should ever, first of all, I'm not religious. I mean, most people should know that by now. I'm not religious, but at the same time, people that are religious you don't disrespect the religion by putting a human man's name on the front of a religious document like the Bible,
Yeah,
and that's so
it's a
disrespectful.
mockery.
Yeah, it's a mockery. And going back to what I was saying earlier about these hurricanes and FEMA and stuff, um, the the Biden administration asked, um, I think it was the House or the Senate, what one of the branches of government to come back into service because right now they're on break until after the election to vote on more funds for FEMA so they can help these people in North Carolina, which is a disaster. Like people are missing, lots of people
Yeah.
are missing. There's so much damage that's unrepairable. Like people, literally, towns are gone,
Yep.
and um, the leader of the Republican Party is like, no, we're not going to come back into session till after the election, which is over a month, girl. So these missing people, all this damage is going to have to wait,
That's
and
just dastardly.
that shows you what Republicans really think. And
They only care about money because even them giving the money out, that $750 relief fund or whatever you want to call it, girl, $750. What the fuck are we gonna do with that?
I don't know, but I feel like people need to do the research more and stop blindly following somebody like Trump. I mean, Trump has proved time and time again that he is a fraud,
Well,
and
also like during the debates, they've done plenty of fact checking in front of him, and the prime example, they're like, well, what do you want to do with your reign, or not the reign, but with your
with your reign, yes,
I mean, it's pretty
Trump is
much
out here
that.
to rig the paجant, sweetie.
Girl, she already
Exactly,
has. Remember, she messed
rig
with the
the pageant.
ballots. But yeah, it's just they fact check all the time, and they asked him what he planned to do, and he was like, "Well, I don't have one yet because I'm not a president." It's like,
Yeah,
girl, come on now.
yeah, I have ideas. I
Yeah,
have concepts. But
where's the
anyway,
concepts?
let's move on to some really cool news. Um, RuPaul's Drag Race star Alaska has got a great endorsement of Liza Minnelli, who's going to produce her Drag the Musical, which is amazing. I mean, Liza
Ooh,
Minnelli,
that's big.
that's huge. That's
Like
huge.
legend, icon status.
So I'm super excited for Alaska and what this means for them because that's big.
So
Which we
Alaska is going to be producing the drag race thing with her. Is that what you're saying?
Liza is coming on as a producer for Alaska. So this is
Oh,
Alaska's baby.
work.
This is Alaska's baby, but they are trying to
That's
make it
huge.
huge. They're trying to make it a big musical on Broadway. And it takes time, it takes funding, it takes big names attached to projects to get things rolling and having her attached to
Oh,
this.
having her attached, period.
Yeah. So that's very cool. Um, let's do a Am I the Asshole?
Oh, we haven't done one of these in a while.
We haven't. Um, I remember. Okay, let's do this one. I haven't read it at all, so we're gonna come up with our consensus together. It's not that long of one. So,
Okay.
my ex and I broke up on 9/11. Prior to that, he had not been to my house since March. He claims a small urn with the ashes of one of his best friends are here in the drawer, but I can't find them. First time he's inquiring after these ashes in 6 months later, when any time before I could have given them to him if they were there. I still live at home, so does he. So my dad had cleaned out my room while I was away at work one day and got rid of clutter. My ex had left He had gotten rid of clutter that my ex had left there for 6 months. My father claims that he didn't see anything like a small urn that absolutely would not have gotten rid of.
Gag.
My stomach is in knots, though, because if he did leave it here and somehow I or my father lost them, I feel terrible. Am I the asshole? No, it's not your responsibility. If you didn't know that they were there, how are you supposed to know?
Yeah, that's crazy though. Oh my God, my stomach would be in knots still.
I feel bad for the situation because if your friends
Girl, could you imagine like I just don't know why are the ashes just like, around? They're not like
why would you carry your ashes
that's what
to
I'm saying.
your boyfriend or
They're just
girlfriend
around,
house?
it's like a
Like
purse.
it's not like something you would pack in your overnight bag and be like, "Hey, you know,
My dead friend is with me.
yeah, my dead friend's with me." I mean, like I don't I keep so I have ashes from my dog Maggie and my dog Emily that I have yet to bury or spread
But you
out.
keep them in a special place.
They're in like a little they're in a box with their pictures above it in the office right here.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't take that with you. That's so
That's
strange.
just it's a hazard anyways. Like you're gonna bring it and you if it's in a glass case, it could break.
Yeah,
You
I
know what
mean,
I
it's
mean?
weird. I just no, you're not the asshole. And I just think that's super strange.
It's
That is
weird.
super strange. What do you think? Do you think that's the asshole?
I said that. I was like, I don't think he's the asshole, but I definitely still would be my stomach would be in knots just because like, it's your boyfriend, it's someone close. I wouldn't even know how to say it, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I want to be, and you should know this too, for the future in case,
I
I
throw
don't have
someone's
any,
ashes out.
well, in case I don't have anybody around whenever I die, I want to be cremated. And
I do too.
I don't want to be kept. I don't want to be, I don't buy some fancy box to put me in or urn. I want to be cremated and girl, just leave me in there or dump me in, in the ocean or somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't want to be buried. I don't want somebody to keep my ashes. I think that's weird. Um, I feel like death is a business and like it shouldn't be. It should be something that is respected and people, put their loved ones in a place that and it shouldn't cost what it costs.
Yeah, it definitely should not
So
cost what it
I
costs.
don't want anybody to be spending a whole lot of money on anything to do with that girl. Burn me in a fire pit out back, girl. Call it a day,
Let's
sweetie.
cut your ass up and cook your body parts,
Girl.
bitch.
Have you seen those pods though, where people can be buried in a tree and
Oh, I think that's so cool.
that would be really cool. That
Yeah.
would be really
And
cool.
you're helping the planets. I
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
I live for this.
I live for this. So we haven't done
I
one of
live
these in
for this
a
carcass.
while. We haven't done one of these in a while. I want to know what your I call shade moment is of the week.
So I don't think it's really an I call shade moment because I do feel really bad for my baby, but my little puppy, Siren, she has had a late period. She's a year old almost,
I
and
believe they're already a year.
it's so cute. I love her. She's my baby. So we have two puppies, Siren and Hercules, and Siren is on her period right now, and she's just bleeding everywhere. It's almost like that moment when we lived together and Maggie was like,
Oh my God, Maggie would just
hers was bad.
hers was
I tell Ethan
bad.
all the time. I said, Ethan, you don't understand. Trinity's dog
It
Maggie,
was like a fucking horror movie.
her pussy, no tea, no shade, looked like a giant clamshell that was turned inside out.
Girl, she did. It
And
was.
it was just she would get so excited. Like my dog Siren, when she gets excited too, she shakes her butt.
Oh my
Girl,
God.
when Maggie would shake
Slasher
her
movie,
butt,
honey. A slasher movie, girl.
girl, blood.
There would be
It looked like
markings
Terrifier,
everywhere,
bitch.
girl. That is crazy. Well,
So I call shade.
my I call shade moment is actually to do with my dogs too this week. Girl, Ludo, my English bulldog, hates grass. I think one, he's allergic to grass, so he like breaks out and hives if the grass is too long. He hates when it's wet, and right now we're in the wet season of Florida, so it's just terrible. And so he hates using the bathroom out in the yard.
Oh, that's how
And
our dogs are.
and so like some girls sometimes will refuse and use the bathroom in his crate, and then I have to clean it up.
Oh,
Lately,
I hate that.
he's not been doing that. Lately, girl, he shit on my patio furniture. like on the chair.
Was it
Like
logs or was it diarrhea?
no, it wasn't diarrhea, but it was just like a big pot because he's not a small dog.
Yeah.
So girl, it's just like, girl, come on, right there. You couldn't have done it on the ground. Like
Oh,
you
for
gotta do it.
me, my dogs, it's the same situation, but it might be because the grass is a specific way because our dogs don't like using the yard and the backyard to go to the bathroom when it's wet because it's kind of muddy. So they'll use the front yard because it's a little bit more grassy. So maybe you need to switch it up.
I don't know, but that's ugh, whatever.
It's gross.
The last topic that we're gonna cover before we go is weird paranormal deaths. And
We have quite a few.
yeah, there's a couple of them. Do you want to start with the first one?
Let's see which one we like here. They can't let it go. Haunted Elsa doll returns to Houston family after being thrown out
I read
multiple
about this one.
times.
I read about this one. So this family has like an Elsa doll, like, let it go, let it
They
go.
said they can't let it go, girl.
Girl, they have gotten rid of this doll, and every single time that they get rid of the doll, it comes back to their house. It shows up at
That's
their
scary.
girl. That I don't know. What would you do in that kind of situation?
Burn it.
Girl.
Burn it, bitch. If you keep trying to give it up to somebody and she comes coming back, burn that bitch. Put it in a turn her to ashes and put her in an urn and drop that bitch in the ocean.
Oh my gosh. No, that I mean that just sounds just really scary. Really, really scary. Really
Doors
scary.
opening, closing themselves. They said Emily Madonia told KPRC2. She said, "No, she hasn't come back. We have had our fair share of weird things happening around the house, though, like doors opening and closing by themselves, light/TVs turning on, and strange stuff like that. So it's been very interesting, but not the doll at least."
Girl,
Girl,
girl.
I'm sorry. I mean, I believe that kind of stuff because like
Yeah.
there was a while ago whenever it was like when I was in my teen years, I was obsessed with witchcraft and stuff like that. And so a couple of my friends would act like we were like the bitches from the craft and we would buy like candles and like books and stuff and try to act like we were like witches. But
Yeah.
we bought this Ouija board
Oh my God.
and we had fucking played with the Ouija board and I didn't know that you were supposed to say goodbye. And so we never
Wow.
said goodbye. And so what happened was I gave the Ouija board to my cousin Miranda because she wanted it. And she had played with it, played with it. She said that she tried to get rid of it after she was done. It came back to her. And then she
Uh-uh.
said that it was like making her bed shake and things like that. So I believe
Was it that or was it?
girl, this little teenager, don't be getting crazy.
Yeah, I did some crazy things as a teenager, bitch.
But she said like she threw it out like three times and
That's
it kept
crazy.
coming back to her doorstep. So I believe it.
Mm,
So it's just crazy.
that is crazy. Well, the last one is horror behind the walls. Pennsylvania family finds disturbing discovery in their house.
Ooh,
And
what's in it?
it says family made a disturbing discovery when they decided to insulate their home. The family found the home was already in. Let me find the rest of this. Hold on. Uh, we were shocked, horrified, and disgusted. The dead animals were wrapped in newspaper from the 1930s and 40s and were among half-used spices and other items. Oh, bitch,
Inside?
girl, this must be like this sounds like a sacrifice or a
Yeah,
ritual.
it's either sacrificed or some kind of ritual, like you said.
Girl. After removing the items,
Very
they
witchcraft.
sent hundreds of artifacts and carcasses to an expert, and the answers they received were what they call powwowing or Dutch magic. They
What is
use
that?
this to heal ailments. Knowing why isn't making it any easier for the family, though. Insurance hasn't covered repairs, and paying for the issues has cost them around $20,000. Girl, that's insane.
Yeah, it says right here in the Wikipedia. I wanted to look up powwow magic because it sounded interesting. And
Hmm.
they said that powwow is basically it's called powwowing, includes a wide range of healing rituals and primarily for treating ailments in humans.
Wow.
It's so interesting. I've
So,
never heard of powwow magic.
I've heard of powwows. So in the Native American, I use that term because that's at the time what we called ourselves. So I was part when I was 13, my grandmother that raised me um entered us into um a tribe, a Cherokee
Mm.
tribe, because our family lineage has a portion that's Cherokee. And so in for those that don't know, you have to prove that's your lineage.
Oh, period. They
You
don't
don't
play
just
around.
you don't just say that you are or whatever. And we got these like actual cards that looked kind of like a driver's license with our
Mhm.
pictures on it, and it said my actual legal name, my picture, that I was entered into the Southeast Cherokee Indian tribe.
Yeah.
And they would throw events called powwows, but that was more like a festival. Uh,
Mm. Yeah, my
and
grandpa too is he's dead now, but was full on Cherokee Indian.
that's very,
He's my step grandpa though.
oh,
Um
not blood related.
no, but he was the grandpa that I was closest to, and he was full on Cherokee Indian, and he said how hard it was for people to have to prove it.
Yeah, I have a picture. I need to I'm gonna forget to put that in here, but I have a picture of my great grandmother who was full blood. She was an Indian princess, an Indian Cherokee princess.
Mm.
So she was my grandmother's father's mother. And
Say that again.
my grandmother's father's mother.
Mm.
So in the lineage, it would be me. Behind me it would be my on my mother's side.
Yeah,
Behind her, it would be on her father's side. It was her, no, me, my mother, her father, the father's mother.
that's a lot, girl.
Yeah, I mean, but it sounds like a lot, but it's not. Like back then they had it is a black and white photo, but back then they had kids when they were like 15. Like so
Yeah,
it was not that long ago. Um,
crazy.
but yeah, I have a picture of them, and she clearly looks Native American, and her husband was a Irish immigrant, and he looks very Irish.
Mm.
In the picture. I have several like really old pictures. I also have like a black and white photo of my family because I'm also part Lebanese.
Mm.
Um, family members from my mother's dad's side of the family, which is Lebanese, that immigrated years ago, like when pictures were black and white.
I don't know um
You
what
don't
my
know what your
bloodline
heritage
is.
is?
Mm-mm.
Mine apparently is majority um English, Irish, Dutch,
Mm.
and then I have Greek, Cherokee, and Lebanese.
I
The
think I have
Cher
German because my last name is German, but I mean that could just be a coincidence.
the Cherokee and the Lebanese are the least amount. The most is English, English, Dutch, and Greek. Those are my three main.
Mm.
Yeah. But girl, everybody's a mutt.
Right.
Well, this has been a fun podcast. I hope everybody's loved listening. If don't forget to, if you're listening to this on our where you find podcasts, make sure that you go to the YouTube channel under Trinity the Tuck. We have tons and tons of review shows for all of the drag races plus Dragula out right
We just
now.
started Dracula, which is getting good.
It's getting good. So please subscribe. That helps us with getting us out there to hopefully make money so where we
We
can
need to be put in the
afford.
rotation, you know what I mean? So that people can watch
Yeah.
our videos.
Yes, yes, because I'm trying to pay Chantel, honey. because we ain't making no money.
We ain't making no money, girl.
Yeah, and if you're listening to this and you're wanting to watch it, go to Patreon under Trinity the Tuck, and that you can pay for. It's like $5 a month, and you get all the episodes, and that does help us fund editors and stuff. So thank y'all
Yes.
all. I hope you have a great day. Be safe out there, and until next time.
Bye.